I am restarting a company completely from zero, and I'm gonna document the journey all the way to seven figures. And in this video, I'm gonna explain exactly the business model I'm gonna be using, what happened, because if you've watched my videos, you probably know that I joined a startup called Lemon, and I actually decided to leave Lemon, and so I'm gonna explain all of it. For the people who don't know me, my name is Jim. I am 20 years old, and when I was 17, I decided to drop out of school in Sweden to run my own business. And I scaled an SMMA regular marketing agency to about $60,000 per month, and I was stuck there for a really long time. And I then decided to try and scale pay-per-lead, which is a model where you sell leads, in my case, to construction companies, and they basically pay per lead, and we stand for the ad spend. And so I did that, scaled that, and then I actually decided to merge my company with one of my good friends, and we decided to start a startup called Lemon. Now, Lemon is one app for every single service out there. It's a huge project, and I decided to leave because it will probably take about 10 years, 8 to 15 years or so, to build Lemon. And I realized that in the next 10 years, I want to have a lot of good experiences. I want to work, I want to build something, but I also want to travel, meet friends, take time off, go spontaneously go to the mountains in Norway, all of these things. And with Lemon, I didn't really feel like it was aligned with my goals. And in the next 10 years or so, I also want to start building a family. I don't want to work 80 hours a week on a startup. And so I decided to leave, and now I'm restarting a pay-per-lead company. I already have a couple of clients, but we have literally nothing. There is nothing in the bank account. We have like a couple of thousand coming in. And so we're going to restart it. I'm going to document everything. The good thing is I've already scaled a business like this, and so I feel really confident in scaling it. I already have all of the resources, but I'm going to explain exactly how I'm going to do it, and I'm just going to show you guys. So if you want to copy it, feel free to. So first of all, what is pay-per-lead? Pay-per-lead is when you build a brand and you sell leads to companies. Now I'll write brand right here. Some people, they have multiple brands. We will have one brand for now. What you then do is you generate leads to this brand and you sell it to different companies. So we will work with remodeling companies specifically, and also construction, like roofing, windows, siding, remodeling like walk-in shower, bathroom, kitchen. We're going to work with them, and we're going to send them leads. So we generate leads to our brand, and then we'll sell them to our partners. Now, the cons with this model is that you need to work with large buyers. You need to have companies that already have their own call center. Ideally, they have like 10 to 15 call center reps. They have sales team. They're in multiple states, because that's the type of companies that will find success with this. The other companies, the small, local, owner-operated businesses, they will not have success with leads because their speed to lead is not there. They're used to referrals. They don't have a good sales team trained on cold traffic, etc. They don't understand the metrics. And so we need big companies. That is one of the biggest problems with this. It's pretty hard to sign and find big companies. But we'll have these big companies, and they are going to buy leads from us. This will be in different volumes. They will probably be spending anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 per month. The biggest companies out there, they have lead sources that they spend $1 million a month with. And so this is a very scalable vehicle, but it is hard to get there. It's not going to be easy. And so we'll have different people buying leads from us in different bulks, in different volumes, and we'll basically just sell them leads. And that is the entire model. We just sell leads. We don't do anything. On the brand side, we're going to be doing meta ads. We will probably also try to start building a brand long term. We will also maybe add some Google, some SEO. I have no idea how to spell Google. Let's just write Geo. Yeah, it's with two O's, like this. Google. There we go. And yeah, we'll basically generate the leads and then just sell them. Now, this model is cracked when you get to scale, because when you start getting clients in the same area, you can start sharing the leads. And for the people that have ran marketing businesses before, you're going to be thinking, oh, sharing leads is so bad, you can't share leads, the results go down. Not true. The big companies, they don't give a shit if you share the leads. The only thing they care about is the cost of marketing. That means how much they spend versus how much they make. If their cost of marketing typically is at like 15 to 20%, they will keep scaling you. Smaller companies might want like an 8 to 12%. The bigger companies, I've spoken with people that are fine with like a 30% cost of marketing. And so, when you share the leads, first of all, you can add more questions so you can qualify the leads better, so the lead quality goes up. But then what happens is, if it costs you $45 to generate the lead and you're selling it for $95, if your cost per lead goes to 60, but now you're selling it to 3 people, your profit explodes. Now, it's hard to get here because you need to have, in every zip code that you work in, you need 3 contractors to be able to get to that point. But that's where I'm aiming. And with this, you can easily scale this to $1 million a month. There are companies that have sold for, as an example, HomeBuddy, $190 million. They even did exclusive leads. They didn't even share them. But then there's companies like Angie, Home Advisor, Thumbtack, Networks. There's Queen Street or like Modernize, extremely big companies. And so you can scale this really, really big. So I'm kind of going back into the trenches again. So right now I have 3 setters. We're going to be doing some LinkedIn outreach. I'm also doing it from my accounts, trying to build some sort of brand. We're also going to reactivate every single company that we've ever worked with, asking them to buy leads. And right now we're in a situation where we have like 5 active clients. They want to buy a lot of leads, but we do not have the cash flow in this bank account to be able to generate a lot of leads. So probably what we're gonna do is either like transfer money, or just build this up from scratch. Honestly, we probably can. Yeah, we have a couple of really big buyers that want to buy a lot of leads, and so we are going to scale that. Then I'm hiring for an operations manager that's going to be joining in, building out some automations, managing everything, managing the setting team, etc. That's going to be fun. Yeah, that's the situation right now. That's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to document this entire thing. So I'm going to be posting about the constraints. Constraint right now, cash flow, how we're going to solve it. I'm going to call every single business that I've ever worked with and the businesses that I am working with, try to get prepaid leads in packages of like 50 or 100. So if we get 3 payments of 5 to 10K, let's say it's 5K, then that's 15K. With 15K, we can generate probably, conservatively, we can generate like 250 leads. And with 250 leads, that's going to be 23,000 in revenue. And we can do that pretty fast because we already have all of the ads to be able to scale campaigns. So, yeah, we have a grand total of 356 ads right now that we are ready to run. So, that's the plan. That's what I'm going to be doing, documenting this. Follow along. Let's go.